What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the episode of the Intrigue Dynamite Show. Oh man, hey guys, what's going on? Yeah, over here, I'd like to get into some narrative correction, break down certain social matters and different things going on. Look, I haven't been on here since before Thanksgiving, and there's a reason for that. I've been busy trying to create content for this other avenue, and it's frustrating when you're making content on YouTube and there's all of these different, you put all these hours and hours and hours into your content, and then you turn around and you find out, man, your stuff is being suppressed. But so I'm going to pretend like it's right after Thanksgiving. Hey, how was your turkey? It was great. How were your yams? Were they good? Yeah, I had one of the worst Thanksgivings ever. It was horrible. So I went out there to my hometown. I went out there to visit. And I'm expecting for there to be some sort of, some gumbo. Because that's what I was looking forward to. Somebody has some gumbo. I went out there and, man, listen. Oh, man. I essentially had some wiener water. It was terrible. I paid all this money for this last minute ticket and went down there, and it was terrible. I mean, goodness gracious. I'm calling everybody. It's just like Big Mama's house. Not Big Mama's house. What was that? Soul Food. After Big Mama died, it's like everybody just scattered. It was crazy. But I wound up having a nice turkey sandwich, and everything was amazing after that. So, let's get straight into this subject matter that we have going on today. What do you see right there on the screen? Oh, Brittney. Hello, Brittney. How are you doing? So there's all of these. There's a lot of talk, and I'm seeing a lot of different takes, and people have a lot to say about Brittney Griner. Brittney Griner being released from Russia. I can't speak Russian. I don't know anything about it. But I do know that is it is quite far away from America, and they hit you where it hurts. She was sentenced to, 9 years for a little beady. Okay, for a little marijuana, right? Some hash oil. Well, it was another country. She did break the law. So now Biden, they switched out, or they made a trade. The merchant of death for Brittney Griner. An arms dealer for a weed smuggler. And I'm seeing a lot of different people having a lot of different takes. Now, I would like for y'all to comment and say what your opinion is. But here's what I believe. First of all, Brittney Griner is a basketball player. Right? A big, gigantic basketball player who's also part of the LGBTQ community. And I don't know, what else she's done, like, has she made like the cure for some sort of disease or something? I don't know. But I could tell you what I do believe, and that is that this is what you get. That's what you get. when I saw when I saw that they left the Marine. Okay, let me rewind. So apparently, there's this lady. She's like doing this press conference. She's at like the White House, and she says, "Look, it was one American or no Americans." You know, because they were wondering, look, why did you leave the Marine there? You know, there's a Marine out there as well. Why'd you leave him? Why would you think that this was a better option, you know, than to go for the Marine that's out there? And she said, well, that's because it was either one or none at all. So we decided to go for Brittney Griner. You want to know why that was? Here's my opinion. Because Biden is not dumb. Not by a long shot. I'll say this. Because wait, I don't want to go too. I'm gonna say this. They don't do these things by accident. If you look at all of the moves that he makes, I think that his administration and he think that black women are the easiest to divide. Think about it. It's like if there's like any sort of narrative happening within black communities and all this, that, and the other, and people are talking about one thing, and there's a lot of tension, you know, guess what they'll do? And this is a Democratic tactic. If things don't work with the community, they always go after the women. That is what they believe to be the point of weakness. Think about it. It happens all of the time. If you look at history, the community is divided when they single out the women. Okay, and then there's a lot that kind of go for that, you know. But when the Democrats are failing, nobody want to vote for no Biden. Well, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go get a black woman. Yeah, she's gonna be my running mate. Now all of a sudden, the black community forgets about all of the other stuff, and they're like, wait, hold on, symbolism? Okay, we'll go for it. And he gets them on board. Then all of a sudden, then they're like, okay, so now what you gonna do? Come on, Biden, not a community. We talking about all this stuff. I'm gonna give you Juneteenth. Juneteenth? Who asked you for Juneteenth federal holiday? Here, take it. Okay, whatever. So Juneteenth. It's like, okay, so now what, Biden? Well, hold on. I got to focus on everybody else now. All the immigrants, LGBTQ, and all this stuff. But Biden, okay, the community is tough. Hey, look! Damn it! I'm here for all America. Oh, are you upset? Well, here, take this black woman who's a Supreme Court justice. I'm gonna make a black woman a Supreme Court justice. That should win your vote. Then everybody's like, well, okay, well, how the hell does this address anything? Because she's black. She's black. There's a black woman, damn it. This is me doing something for the black community. Oh, okay. That's interesting. So we have that. And then that's a Ketanji, I think her name. Ketanji Brown. Right? Now, fast forward. The Democrats are struggling, and there's a lot of black people that are really saying, hey, look, man, if you were to run right now, no one would vote for you. You understand that, right? Nobody would vote for you because you ain't doing a damn thing. Well, really? Well, here's what I'm going to do. When I'm faced with the option of bringing a Marine home who happens to be a white man and bringing a weed smoker home who happens to be a light-skinned black woman, because I don't know if she calls herself black. I'm assuming that she does. Who do you think he's gonna go for? If he could, because he thinks he could win points with the black community. You think that it was by mistake that, or just they flipped a coin and said, oh, well, we have to choose between the Marine and Brittney. Flip a coin. Absolutely not. Let me tell you something. This administration will always pick a black woman if they thought that there was an opportunity to manipulate the community. You see? And it seems like this always happens like during an election year, or whenever elections are coming up. You know, it seems like there's always like a rabbit pulled out of the hat from somewhere, from out of thin air. You know, I mean, and what was it? So we had Obama. You know, his was, we found Bin Laden. Rabbit out of the hat. No, it's like always these, like right when there's like an election coming up and stuff, is like it's just the magic trick is done. I mean, look, I wouldn't be surprised if Biden all of a sudden figures out the cure for all cancer when it comes around time for the 2024 election. And he'll come out with it right before, right before the doggone, the first presidential debate. And it's this sort of like symbolic gestures to me, in my opinion, is one of the biggest slights. You know what I'm saying? It makes absolutely no sense, but I see that it really resonates with like the older generation. Because when you look at like the Black Congressional Black Caucus and all of these different things, it's like, really? Come on, man. There is a generational disconnect, a divide, you know. And it appears that whenever the warrior generate, the ones that are really getting out there, that start protesting and really getting out there, you know, feet to the pavement, that's not really the older generation. Like the older ones. Like a lot of what I find is a lot of the older generation just kind of, they kind of just want that retirement, just want that peace and just chill. All right. So whenever there's like any sort of idea of rabble rousing, oh, here they go again. Damn it. These kids are going to mess up my pension. Going to mess up my social security. You see? So I find that they kind of go along with the old way. They just kind of just want to just get by. You see? So it's a lot more like they'll be a lot more accepting of what like Congressional Black Caucus are doing, which is absolutely nothing, versus what a lot of the grassroots is doing, which is, hey, look, y'all got to do something because y'all ain't doing a damn thing. And their only argument is, well, I mean, but Trump is a bad guy. It's never, okay, well, here's what we're going to do, and we're going to do this specifically for this community. We're going to, whatever, blah, blah, blah. No, it's always, well, Well, what about the Republicans? Well, what about the right? It's this right-left nonsense, to me, which is a waste of time. But when I saw this, when I saw Brittney grind, I was like, that's what you get. That is what you get. All of the people that went out there and voted and all of this stuff. It's like, this what you voted for. Y'all voted for a bunch of symbolism. And it's good for you. I'm actually glad. I am actually glad that this was a slap in the face of all of the people out there that was just wanted to get rid of Trump. Yeah. Because Trump is such a bad guy. Oh, your little baby feelings. That you go for the dude who ain't gonna do a damn thing. Biden is the type of person that's like, if you get hit by a bus and you're passed out, or you're on the sidewalk and one of your kneecaps that fell off, and you're there just destroyed. Biden will come along and you'll be like, Biden, help, I'm on the sidewalk. Look at me, my kneecap, fell off and I'm bleeding all over the place. And Biden will be like, well, look, here's what I'll do for you. Have a newspaper here. In the newspaper, it has a section in the newspaper, and it has Sudoku puzzles. And you and your community could do Sudoku puzzles with the newspaper. You're like, dude, do you see me on the sidewalk bleeding? My damn kneecap done fell off. I understand that, but I have other people that I really need to take care of. So, matter of fact, I'll throw in a crack pipe and a holiday nobody gives a damn about. Huh? Biden, help. My kneecap done fell off. I'm on the sidewalk. What more do you want? Damn it. I got some Werther's Originals and some peppermints. Here, eat that too. Then you look across the street, and he's giving millions away to Johnny Come Lately. And I am laughing at all of the people that was all the Kamala. Kamala. We love Kamala. Okay, good. Go for it then. All you people that sat there doing all of this cheering and all of this. You know what I'm saying? To me, it is nothing more redeeming than having an I told you so moment. And it's from people that you told so, but now they're at your front door knocking on their talking about, oh, we need to do something. I'm the type of person that will answer the door in a robe, drinking from a teacup with the pinky out and a cigar in the other hand. And saying, say what now? Say we need to do what now? Hold on. Let me come out on the porch and sit and have a chat with you. Now, what were you saying? We need to do something. Come on, man. The Democrats, they ain't doing nothing for us, man. Come on, we need to do something. Oh, really? And then I'm gonna make sure I have on bunny house slippers, like some doggone Bugs Bunny house slippers, and then I'm gonna sit on the porch swinging, then with my teacup and say, "Do tell, tell me more about what we need to do." Well, see, Biden and them, they said that we want them to do something for us. I mean, but it seems like every time that we ask, he does all these symbolic gestures and never really gets down to, he never does anything for us. Come on. I mean, he keeps on just making all of these. And I'm just going to sit there smoking my cigar and sipping whatever it is in my teacup with the pinky out. And just look at them. And say, I'm sorry, But the number you are trying to dial is busy. I have no empathy for any of these people. None of them. None. Absolutely. None. I really could care less. I'm to the point where I'm fed up. I am fed up. I have been doing content, which I'll include so that y'all could subscribe to the other channel, because on that channel is where I really just deal with debates. I do content where I'm just obliterating different assertions as far as male-female relationships, because I really want to just tackle a lot of the propaganda that's coming in between like men and women to really cause that divide. So I've been doing that content on my other channel, and let me tell you something. It gets to a point where you're just like, you know what? Hell with it. It's frustrating, it's draining, it's annoying. It almost seems like it's a waste of time. But then, one person, there's one person that's like, you know what? I see your point, and blah, blah, all this stuff. So it's like, you know what? Well, damn it. I'll continue to do the content, because there could always be that one. Now, one person that you're reaching out to that actually is receptive, and they make it worthwhile. But I'm telling you, I'm to the point where I'm just frustrated. All right, it's it makes you kind of understand a little bit of the older generation, but the bad thing about it is when you get stuck there. So what I mean is, the older generation, what they tend to do is they tend to just mind their business. They tend to just kind of focus on what it is that they're doing, and that's all that they're worried about. Their family, take care of their grandkids and all this, that, and the other, and that's why you really don't see much of them out there in the public, or at least in the grassroots. You don't really see too many of them, and I understand. Trust me, I do. But I understand in a sense, considering that, you get out there, you say what needs to be done. You say, this is this is that, this is where we gotta go. This is what has worked before, and this is what has not worked. And then all of a sudden, you turn around, and everybody's doing whatever the hell they want. And all of these different groups, they come in and create, a whole bunch of, what do you call it? This sophistry, It's like the twisting of narratives, and the twisting of this and the twisting of that. And you're like, what? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Oh man, and that's partially, and I don't want to seem like I'm just rambling and just ranting here, but that's partially why I haven't been on this channel in a second. Which now, I'm gonna try to keep this going, but it gets annoying. It gets frustrating. Like, is it worth it? Come on. Let me know. Because, after a while, some of it just kind of turns into just entertainment. People just like the entertainment factor of it all. I'm like, hey, look, guys, America, all you people, we can get on here and we could preach till the cows come home. But then you turn around, and then after all of that, you still get out there and start going, well, Kamala and Biden, it might be, he might be, is better. They're better and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, how? Come on, talk to me, how? You know what, damn it? Eat your Wheaties. This is for y'all. This right here, this Brittney Griner thing, this is for all you guys. This is the result of y'all. Y'all did this. You did it. All you people out there that's sitting there talking about, how scary the Republicans are as opposed to Biden. And it's frustrating. It is frustrating. Really trying to have logical debates with people. Like to have like some consistency, some logical consistency. This mess is annoying to me. To sit here and constantly have the same argument over and over and over and over and over again. Over and over and over and over and over again. Over and over and over and over again. That stuff is annoying. And then you break it down and then you show them where the logical inconsistencies are. And then after seeing it and having no rebuttal to it, you're like, okay, cool, the matter's settled. And then the exact same people then wake up the next day and start repeating the exact same argument. It's like, didn't I just debunk that? It's just draining, I had a slight address yesterday. Matter of fact, I was addressing some of this, this polygamy debate. Having this debate, this polygamy and the scriptures. We had a black woman talking about polygamy and in the Bible and this, that, and the other. Man, listen. So I went head on and I had to put the Womack down on that one. And then you turn around and he just after destroying it, people then get upset when you start being too, like when your argument is too strong. They can't combat it, so they either start running away or they start trolling. Oh yeah. And that's partially why, look, man, this stuff is annoying and draining. And I love this. Hey, hello everyone in the chat. I didn't even see you guys there. And it I don't know if I'm trying to figure out the right ways because I like to mitigate ambiguity. I do not like to leave room for multiple interpretations. So when I say this, I'm not saying like, I give up. No, what I'm saying is, look, there has to be a different approach. There has to be something else. There has to be a different way of doing things because in 10 years, we'll be doing the exact same thing. Just think about this. Think about this. Okay, 1960s. They were arguing about the exact same thing that we're talking about now. Some of the same stuff. Like, think about this. Do you know how long ago the 1960s were? Like, think about that. Can you imagine sitting and painting a wall. Well, let's not even painting. Let's say washing. Washing a pot. Damn it, washing a pot. And you're at the sink washing this pot, the same pot, for 60 years. Can you picture that? Doing the exact same thing, trying to clean the same thing. This is what it is. It's like, well, what the hell are we doing? Okay, do we need like a different dishwashing detergent? Do we need maybe a Brillo pad, something? What's going on? And then you turn around and you find out, well, there are some people that look like you that actually are on the ceiling with their pants down, defecating into the pot over and over and over again. And you're like, well, damn. Well, that's why we can never clean this pot. We've been washing the exact same pot for 60 years. You turn around, it's because somebody has their cheeks out that you think is part of the kitchen crew, and they keep on crapping in the pot that you're washing, and you're constantly washing. So now you find yourself arguing with people in your own community, debating with these people, and you'll never, ever, ever get anything done. It's like trying to dry off while you're in the swimming pool. It never gets no completion. Nothing ever gets done. And that's kind of the point where I'm at right now. Because I'm a chess player. Okay? So when I am playing chess, when I am trying to get something done, what I do is I look at where the threat is, where the potential, the potential monkey wrenches that could be thrown into the clockwork. And that's where my other channel is geared toward. I start going after. Listen, look, let me tell you something. I have daughters, okay? And when I see I see who is influencing, who has some of the greatest influence over the youth. And I have sons. So when I look at things, I'm like, okay, this person here, this person has this many followers. Let me check and see what this person's talking about. This person actually looks like like they could be one of my daughters. And then I hear this stuff and I'm like, okay, here's who we have to go after. It's not about going, listen, I don't know if you saw like Tariq Nasheed's 1804, before there was any sort of war with the French, the Haitians, they had to do some self-cleaning. They had to do a lot of getting rid of or addressing the rabble-rousers and the troublemakers amongst themselves. And I'm looking at a lot of the content that's out here, and I'm like, do you know that if none of us that had any of this grassroots stuff, any of this stuff that we are combating, all of these crazy narratives, if we were silent, do you understand just how easily the younger generation will be led completely astray? Now, people could sit there and make fun of Boosie all they want, right? Because I'm gonna bring him up. But if Boosie didn't say anything about Dwayne Wade and his son and Gabrielle Union, Think about that. If there was no Boosie, if there was no one that actually saw some of this stuff that's going on and actually said something about it, wherever there, okay, I'm gonna say this: where the path of least resistance is where you find the BS really metastasizing. And I'm starting to see that it's growing. And the first thing that they do is they come with a shaming word, a shaming name, a name to call you that will derail you from your conviction or your freedom. This kind of liberated spirit to where you could just speak truth to power. The first thing they do is they come with a name to call you. Fatphobic, homophobia, all sorts of phobia things. You know, you're shaming. You're doing the shaming stuff. Body shaming. I'm telling you, it's all it is. It's a name that they come with to call you. And then the name gathers power. And then the next tactic that they do is they do this sort of it's like this vicarious it's kind of like they paint a picture and then they tell the story as if you are the person in the story. Okay? That's what they did with the color purple. It's like, so they have like Miss Seeley, and then they'll have like Mr., and then they paint the story, and all of a sudden you start seeing a lot of black women that are identifying with Seeley, and then so they come at the subject matter like they have been oppressed by black men. And it's like, wait a minute. And I had this debate. With a woman who was defending someone they didn't even know. You know, and was like, yes, because man, we suffer and we need this and we need that. And I'm like, okay, let me ask you something. When has this happened to you? Have you gone through this? Because what I'm talking about is, matter of fact, I think I was arguing for like families, you know, like the black family and stuff like that. And she was talking about some sort of history that she had no part of it. It was foreign to her, you know, like she's like more interested in, well, no, like forget the black family, like black women, we need this and we need that. And I'm like, okay. Why are you taking on this persona of Seeley and the color purple? Like when have black men done this? Like, come on, talk to me. Like, come on, because we're over here in America. You feel like there needs to be a separate issue and whatever for you, you know, and that's what needs to be the focus, and forget the family. Okay. But why is there this tendency for people to juxtapose like their own face onto like, man, it's annoying to me. I'm like, okay, can we focus on what the community needs? Well, no, because 1,000 years ago, something happened in China where a goat fell off of a mountain and some mess. So now we need to protest mountains and goats and stuff. I'm like, okay, look, I'm done. I'm done talking to these people. They're frustrating, and it just. Listen, have you ever spoken to someone and you just feel dumber just after you talk to them? That's where I am right now. And, because, I travel when I travel, I talk to some people. Now, there's still hope. There's still hope. I'm just saying, it's very frustrating. Annoyingly frustrating. To sit and show the truth to someone to the point to where it's irrefutable. Because damn it, let me tell you how I do things. I'll tell you how I used to do. I used to take pleasure in just destroying people with logic and in debating, just destroying them. And then you turn around and like I said earlier, you see after that, these people still repeat the same thing. There's no escape. You will lose your energy before they do. Oh, man. So any suggestions will be greatly appreciated. How do we combat that? Because let me tell you something. Today, like, let's see, today is Brittney. Brittney Griner and all this stuff. And tomorrow, people are going to vote somebody in that looks like them. They're going to be more, they're going to care more about cats and dogs and, cats, dogs, and trees. But they look like me. Yay! It's a black person. I care about all you black people. Look, I know what your people have been through in the past. I know about all the struggles of your ancestors. I understand all of that. And I understand your plight. So, what we're going to do for you is we're going to actually care for every single black. Okay, he's going to say it. Every single black poodle and Rottweiler from here to Mexico. Yay! Did you just say every single black poodle? They're black too. Don't you care about the animals? Damn it. Dogs running up into your trash and just eating your trash and making a mess of your neighborhood. Think about it. We're going to help the black community out by taking care of all of the dogs and chihuahuas that run amok in the streets. 'Cause nobody wants to live with dog doo-doo on their front lawn, right? Yay! And people just cheering. Well, he did say something about black. He said black, right? Okay, I'm done. That's what it's. Okay, I'm getting in my car. I'm driving off. I mean, because listen, all you are is like when you are someone that has you're just a voice of one, right? And I get on here and then I'm like, okay, all of this time I'm putting in this, and the algorithm, whatever is happening, it suppresses the channel, all the information, all of the stuff. I mean, because a lot of people like when I do like edited videos and I put those videos out. Let me tell you something. People don't understand how many hours that takes me to do. I make more with my regular job in one day than I do in a whole year with YouTube. Absolutely. I make more in one day in my regular job than I do in a whole year with YouTube. See? But do you know how many hours it takes me to do that content? It takes some of those things took me 40 something hours. Yep. Some of them took me, it takes me a long time to do. And then I turn around and then I see it's being suppressed. I'm like, you know what? So even when you try to combat a lot of this nonsense, I'm telling you, It gets frustrating. And that's kind of why, thinking about this, Deion Sanders, I checked out Tariq Nasheed's live when he was talking about Deion Sanders. And it's in contrast with what Umar Johnson was talking about. So Tariq Nasheed is saying, look, you got Deion Sanders came down there to Florida State to help this school out, HBCU, and nobody was really like they didn't come, they didn't do what it took to keep him there. They did not do what it took to keep him there. The man donated his salary, and then another school comes along and they offer him $5 million. He's like, look, I'm gone. And people look at him and they're like, oh, he's wrong. He's wrong. And it's like, no. This what Tariq Nasheed's argument was. He's like, no. It's like y'all didn't support the man when he was there to the extent that that would make it worth his while. See? But Umar Johnson comes in, he's like, well, he just should have done it anyway. Like he should have been there. And to me, it's like, well, why does it seem like whenever there's something like black centric or centered around black people, why do black folks, it seems like they want black people to just do charity work. Like everything is charity. And I'm like, man, look, this is why. I'm like, is this why the older generation is burned out? Is this why they're just kind of like, Because during their time, black folks wanted the hookup. Everything is a hookup. They want the hookup. And then when it comes to doing the work, the actual work, it's like, no, you're just supposed to do it. You do the work, we sit by and we clap. And then along comes another entity and they put that bag on the table. And they're like, listen, we're going to actually show you just how valuable you are, how valuable we think you are. Because we understand that you have priorities, you have family, you have all of this stuff. We're coming with that bag to show you. Bam, here it is. And then he goes over there. And then that's what it is. And then everybody's upset with him. And it's like, no. How come you don't give people their flowers while they're alive? As long as you're benefiting, everything's great. Yeah, as long as you're benefiting, everything's great. But then when you see the person doing the work, look, LeBron James, he was out there in Cleveland. They were upset with LeBron for leaving. It's like, look, I gave you a championship. I'm gone. And we look at them like they're supposed to just fix everything. Everything, It gets draining. That stuff is draining. See, so when I see this stuff, I'm like, hey, look, I'm going to do what I can, but I'm not about to drain myself and burn myself out. Doing this, it is annoying. Very, 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 very annoying. You get it? And I don't know. Hey, look. Are we beholden? Are we just supposed to just by virtue of being black, we just have to, you're just supposed to. Damn it. Brittney Griner, hey, she's black. So you just have to you're just supposed to go along with it because Brittney Griner's black and all of these black and black. And it's like, man, listen, look, shut up. just shut up. Get out of my face with this nonsense because I'm to the point where I am looking at track records now. Track records. I'm looking at, okay, what do you do? Like, what are you standing for when all of the cameras are off? Not really. The hell are you standing for? Because listen, truth be told, if I was the one making the decision, I would have said, look, okay. You know, speaking of Brittney Griner, if I was the one making the decision, I'd say, listen, I don't think anybody should be in there for no 9 years, but really thinking about it, come on, man. That doesn't make any damn sense. It doesn't. It doesn't make any sense. You know, it just are we just as black folks, are black people just supposed to just be supportive because the person's black? Like you're just supposed to just, like Deion Sanders, he's just supposed to just stay at Jackson State and just be a hamster on a wheel forever because he's black. Brittney Griner, she's just supposed to just be, you know, like you got to throw everybody else away that actually has a better claim of being released. It's like people that were actually patriots. But they're not black. But she is, so you're just supposed to just go. It's like, wait a minute. Okay, so when we say on code, like, what the hell are you talking about? Which part of the code is this? Where you just dumb. Where you just, you know? It's like that's actually what Biden was counting on. The idea that black people are dumb. That they're so loyal to blackness that they don't realize that, like, when you're slighting them. I'm gonna do something for the black community. We're all gonna wear black shoes. Yay! Biden cares about black people. He's making us wear black shoes. It's like, what the hell? Okay, I'm done. That's when I pick up the chair and I throw it. I'm like, I'm done. I'm out. I'm gone. Now I go home and then I sit down. Now I'm like, hey, look, I don't know. I don't know what to do here. Suggestions, please. Now, so if you guys want to subscribe to the other channel, because on that channel, that's where I allocate the energy toward just destroying things, but in an educational way. This channel will, kind of deal more with like social matters, and here's where we'll actually talk about it and discuss these things. On the other channel, oh man, it's not for the faint of heart. It's not for the sensitive, but you can go over to that channel, The Logical Dynamite Radio. The Logical Dynamite Radio. Oh yes, I just deal strictly with logic and logical subject matters and destroying and building at the same time. So that's partially why you haven't seen me here. As I said, listen, okay, we're going to have to expand this conversation out. Like, because, the way to really deal with the subject matter is you actually have to figure out where the root is. And I'm like, okay, apparently there's a lot of the black people that keep crapping in the pot. They're being influenced by something. So what is it? Like, if you keep coming back with the same argument, and here's what I found. What they do is some of them will argue with you and they take notes. Like after you defeat them in an argument, they take notes. They aren't interested in changing. What they're interested in doing is finding a reason not to do it. So after you defeat them in an argument, the reason that you keep having the same argument is because then they go to the drawing board and they find a rebuttal to what defeated them, to the argument that defeated them. So if you're arguing for the nuclear family and how historically, like we needed families, and families consist of the man and a woman. That's what it starts with. And if you win that argument, you'll have the exact same argument the next day, but now having a debunk or having to go against some more Googled information. Well, what about this stuff I Googled? This civilization that existed on Mars and it's very draining. So that's what I do on the other channel. I said, listen, on this channel, that's all I'm gonna do is just deal with logic. It ain't gonna be like really like a lot of social matters. It's not gonna be, so I deal with that logic, and kind of is really based off of male-female relationships. That's all that is. So if you're faint of heart, if you're sensitive, do not go to that channel. Do not subscribe, because I do not mince words, and I do not. I really don't care if you're sensitive or not. I am an empathetic person to people that actually have something that is worth me caring about, and I don't think I should be empathetic to certain subject matters, like turning little boys into little girls. I don't give a damn. I will debate that, or I'll just make some content destroying it, and then I'll just leave it there. But I'm not about to go back and forth. I'm sick and tired of that. I'm done with all that nonsense. It is annoying. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is your America. This is your reparations. Think about it. Well, you get a little Juneteenth, a little bit of weedy, a little bit of weed smoker. We're going to leave the Marine there, and we're going to bring home that weed. And I like what Joe Rogan was saying. He's like, do you understand how many people are locked up here in America for weed? You could actually start here, like letting all of these people out here, right? Because I know good and well, if that was Joe Schmo, think about this. Joe Schmo would have to sit. Joe Schmo would sit out there in Russia. He'll sit. But anyway, go to the other channel. Hit that one up. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be posting something there, and I'm going to work on what I think that on this channel. What I'll focus more on is, this one is more social. The other channel, that's more relationships. Okay, so y'all might get y'all might get a kick out of that content. I think we're at like 800 something subscribers on that one. So, and I just started that one. So y'all might really like that, because it gives you a glimpse as to what people are really dealing with, and you'll be triggered if look, all of the weak people, all of the sensitive people, y'all will be triggered when you check that content out. But that's where it starts. It starts with community, and then you see the dynamics of families. And it's like, okay, well, this is why we can't get anything done, because these people keep crapping in the pot. You know, you look at community consists of families. It's like, oh, it's you guys. It's you guys. Y'all are the ones starting this narrative and destroying the community. There will be absolutely no, like, people think like black people are just supposed to just all get together and all of a sudden, yeah, we're all gonna do the right thing because we're black. But then you have someone who's teaching their sons to be weak men and teaching their daughters to be strong men. It's like, well, damn. You know? It's like, man, you can never get anything. No. It'll never, ever happen. It'll just be on repeat. The same conversations for another 60 years. 60 years is a long time to be talking about the same thing. Right? Well, I'm glad we got that out the way. I'm glad I was able to come on here and have this conversation with everybody, because I miss you guys. You guys are amazing to talk to and fun to really get down to the bottom of just logic. You know, shout out to Corey Collins and Black Cherubim. You know, shout out to anyone who came in through this chat, because I love talking to you guys. I love talking to the family. But what I don't like doing is having the same argument over and over and over again. That is annoying. Well, with that being said, I'm going to try to create a schedule to really, to keep this going, to keep the flow, so that I'm consistent, but I'm not burning myself out. Because I am just one person with a whole lot to do. Now, appreciate everybody for tuning in. I have more work to do. So, until next time, peace. And just remember, always keep it logical. And never let anyone say what? I said never let anyone control your narrative. Oh, yeah.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can